Okay, so yeah, I know you were around jamming, so you had access to all type of artists, DJs, singers, and all type of stuff there. Why did you choose to connect with somebody like Pliers?
All right. I used to live at a place in Southborough.
Mhm,
You know, them time I never compone and set and thing.
mhm.
I play, I used to buy like a lot of 45 and album and everything and play and enjoy myself at home. So I used to play a lot of players. But I said to myself, say, you know, the players that man can sing and he don't get justice.
Okay.
So I said to myself, say, you know, I never link up with a singer and do some tune with him. And one day we supposed to fly to a place named New York. Me, him, Shaba, and I think Sanchez and a few more. And we meet players at the United States Embassy. And I said to the singer, I said, yo, I'm glad to meet there. You know, a long time I want to meet there. And he said, yeah. Shake him and thing. And then we fly go New York. I think at Clinton Lindsay sent to it.
Okay.
And we do the show, bomb the show, Wicked. You have a brother by the name of Purple Man, come from a place named Tampa, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to fly from New York to Tampa.
Got you.
And players were supposed to go back to Jamaica. So I called my friend and asked him, say, right now, I have a bridging by the name of Players, Wicked singer and thing. Well, where you couldn't send a ticket for him. He say, yeah, man. And he goes to Bob and him send the ticket for 2 hours. 2 hour fly go, Tampa, Florida. Players won the show. Then me go on and do my thing. And then after that, after I do my thing, they call back Players on stage. And we do some freestyle on the stage. And for we do the freestyle, the whole place turn upside down. So after I come off a stage, now we say to you, singer, say, you know, so you hold up on stage, you know. We have to put it on a record. You understand? And him say, you feel such a come? I say, yeah. So I say, so when I go back to Jamaica now, we have to start some record. And the first song me and Players do together is a song named Girl Wine. Who pick the #1?
Right there. And was the album named Gal Wine too?
You have an album named Girl Wine.
Yeah. And it went #1 because listen, what I know with the whole Chaka Demus and Pliers connection, it seems like your real stronghold is in Europe and UK. That's where a lot of the songs started to chart on the charts out there.
Yeah, man, because I think we sell a triple platinum, we sell in the UK. Yeah, so you know, so we sell millions of them places. All the African them places are really huge.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the United States, we did fairly well. But since of late now, Murder She Wrote becomes one of the biggest tunes ever come out of Jamaica.
Yeah.
And you all of Jamaica know that, you know, I mean, Murder She Wrote come like a anthem right now around the world, you know? Because everybody that sing just want a piece of Murder She Wrote. You understand me?
How did you guys even come up with that song? And in the Pliers and Chaka Demus journey, where did that song come in? Was it one of the earlier songs or one of the later songs that you guys actually recorded?
Oh, this Murder She Wrote come by now. I live in an area where you have a girl with a very pretty face, but her character dirty. Pliers live in a field area of a girl named Maxine.
Mm-hmm.
She says she's pregnant for him. In the day wait all after 9 months and can't see no baby. So what happened? Him say Murder She Wrote. So me voice my song for Bobby Digital, in pretty face and bad character. Mm-hmm. Pliers voice film song Murder She Wrote for a producer named Harry T.
Okay.
When me meet Pliers and we do thing and we do Girl Wine, me carry Pliers to slide on bar and tell Pliers that me want him to do Murder She Wrote because me have a lyrics to put with it. Pliers start sing the song, bam bam. We just put my Murder She, my pretty face and bad character to the lyrics, to film lyrics, and it worked.
So the songs were originally recorded separate, but then you had the vision that, okay, you know what? What he's saying and what I'm saying seems like it would match. Let's put it together on one.
Yes. And I put it together.
Yeah. International super song. But that's why when I was looking up and I was looking at the charts and stuff, I was surprised that it wasn't really Murder She Wrote that did the big numbers for you guys out of the country. It was really a lot of the other songs that you guys had that was really doing the big numbers out in the UK and Africa and stuff like
that. Yes. Like a Twist and Shout, a Tease Me, a She Don't Let Nobody. All them songs that really sell millions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How did you know that you guys were really connecting as a duo when it came to, like, say, Europe and UK? What was the first phone call or the first show you went on and said, holy smokes, this is really connecting out here?
Well, you are going within a New Year and do some promotion. And like tomorrow we're supposed to fly go back to Jamaica. And the company called and say, you guys, you can't go home. We said, you can't go home. So you have to come now in the UK because this song is taking off. So we have to do a thing named Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
You remember Top of the Pops?
Yes.
So I said to the players, if we don't come, if it's a chance or blow, I say, all right, then sing. I will call Jamaica and make them know, say we can't come on, because I will just fly from New York, go straight to London, and go up on top of the pops and tease me, just run your tease me this song, you know. Just run around, we start promoting on top of the pops and the whole promotion in the UK, and from there on, the rest is history.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.